Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Our group would like to introduce about an aggregate of concrete. Construction aggregate or simply aggregate is a broad category of coarse to medium grain particulate material used in construction, including sand, gravel, crushed stone, slag, recycled concrete, and geosynthetic aggregate. Aggregates are the most mined materials in the world. Aggregates are a component of composite materials such as concrete and asphalt concrete. Due to the relatively high hydraulic conductivity value as compared to most soils, aggregates are widely used in drainage applications such as foundation. Aggregates are also used as base materials under foundation roads and railroads. In other words, aggregates are used as a stable foundation or road with predictable uniform properties.
The physical properties of aggregate are those that are used in reference to the physical structure of particles that the aggregate consists of. First, absorption, porosity, and permeability of the aggregate. The size, number, and continuity of the pore has the effect on its strength, gravity, bonding capabilities, as well as its resistance of freezing and thawing. Second, texture of surface. It plays a substantial role in creating a bond between the aggregate and the cementing material. Third, strength and elasticity. The strength of aggregate is measured in terms of its ability to endure force that may push or crush. Fourth, density and specific gravity. The weight per unit of volume of a substance make the density. Fifth, void in the particle. This void affect the specific gravity as well as the absorption of the aggregate. 6. Hardness of the material. The resistance of the aggregate to abrasion and degradation is controlled by the hardness of the material. 7. Shape of the particle. The shape of the aggregate particle affect the workability and strength.
Category aggregate. Aggregate are variously classified on the basis of their grain size, their origin, and their volume weight. They have two types of aggregate on the basis of grain size. First is fine aggregate. Fine aggregate have their size between 4.75 mm and 0.15 mm. This can pass through from sieve with the mesh size of 4.75 mm and retain on a sieve of 0.15 mesh size. Sand is the most universal available natural fine aggregate. Second is coarse aggregate. Coarse aggregate are retained on the sieve of mesh size 4.75 mm. Then their upper size is generally around 7.5 mm. Gravel from riverbed are the best coarse aggregate in the making of common concrete. In this situation, if they are not easily available, suitable rock type are crushed to the desired particle size for making coarse aggregate.
Moisture content. 1. Absorb moisture. 2. Surface moisture. For absorbed moisture, the weight of water absorbed by dry aggregate particles in reaching the saturated surface dry condition, usually expressed as a percentage of dry weight. In this state, there is no water on the surface of a particle, but all the pores are filled with water. A particle will neither absorb moisture from nor contribute moisture to the surrounding. Surface moisture. The moisture that is in excess of absorbed moisture. The level of absorption. For granite, less than 1%. Porous sandstone as high as 13%. Lightweight aggregate in the range of 5 to 20%. The moisture in the aggregate affects workability, strength, and durability of aggregates.